Ribbit, King of the Pit TV. Track 11 and 13 on Alice in Chains' MTV Unplugged performance is Frogs. Not Frags. Little Fraggle. Not Frigs or Frugs, but Frogs. A lot of them come very close to sounding like some sort of slur. I'm not going to lie to you people. I was just jumping through the alphabet there, just hoping to dear God I didn't end up saying something I didn't want to say. Let's go. Although in its own way, you know, frogs is a derogatory term for people in some part of the world, so I guess by default it already is. I won't say where because I don't want to influence you naughty people. Alright, class is in session, we don't mess around here. I hate this. We've seen this comment get rehashed a million different times across this because people are just like, and they're all trying to take ownership for it. Damien Scott says, watching this whole Unplugged show is like visiting someone's funeral while he is still alive. 5.8k thumbs up. I hope this is the original comment that everyone's stealing from, because if he's just pinched it himself, reframed it, and then utilised it as his own, that is sick. But this is the boldest statement referencing that, so quite possibly this is where everybody else is stealing it from in the earlier videos. TF126 says, why these guys out in the Hall of Fame is beyond me. Pure symbol of the grunge era. Truth be told, being put in a Hall of Fame means naff all. Let's be real. It means naff all. Getting a trophy means nothing. Coming first means nothing. Don't fall for the illusion, people. Don't fall for the illusion. Don't fall for the illusion. Don't fall for the awards. Don't fall for... Do you know when you buy a book and on there it says... What do they call it? A something bestseller. Number one, New York Times bestseller. It's all manipulation. None of it actually matters. It's all forced. Yes. Music charts, top 40 charts, top 10 charts. It's all bought for. It's all botted. It's all paid for. When you go on YouTube and you see a pop artist's new music video or an up-and-coming artist who's just happened to get signed by a major label and you're seeing all of the views and all of the comments, it's all smoke and mirrors. Let me tell you that. It's all smoke and mirrors. All of it. Truth be told. Truth be told. It's all about manipulating the people's perception. Talk to me about it. If there's any... there's no better time to play a natural harmonic on a guitar than when we're in a nice acoustified soundscape. No better time. Bing! Furious One says Staley and Cantrell were like the Plant and Page of the 90s grunge scene. What? No flipping way. And I'm not even saying that to, elevate one before the other, to pedestalize one over the other. Robert Plant and Jimmy Page don't have much in common with what we're hearing now. Shall we have a look at the replies? Look at this. So it poses a question afterwards. I wonder if we'll see anything like it again. And then somebody says, someone has to actually make rock music first. And I'm torn. Part of me says rock is over because we don't have the type of people who'd make rock. Everyone is too sensitive and uptight and narcissistic and obsessed with perfection and beauty. You can say all you want about rock and roll, but not ever has the notion of vanity and narcissism been interlocked with rock music. That's not what rock is. What? Well, that's nonsense, is it not? Let's take it back a decade. To the hair rockers and the glam rockers and the stadium rockers. Let's take it back to the 70s. With your flipping leotards and your flamboyancy. The other part of me thinks I'm beginning to see a rebellious undertone on the come up. Take a bunch of people who are ostracized from the woke society and are shunned as improper and stick guitar in their hand and put them in an arena full of folks who feel the same, and maybe we get something on the next grunge movement. One that doesn't care about likes or selfies or being woke. And do you know what? It's an inside job, that whole woke thing, because initially when the term woke was being used, now some people might link it to African American culture, I think. I've seen some people refer to it as that, but when I started seeing woke being used initially, it was in relation to, critical thinkers. Those who question, I'm awake, I'm not asleep in this system. I see what others don't see, and it's my job to awaken the masses. That's what woke initially was being utilised for. But then for some strange reason, someone linguistically manipulated the word to be utilised for people who are like left-leaning and progressive, politically speaking, which is weird. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't initially... It's stupid. I think it's stupid to refer to people with the politics as woke anyway. Like, there's no correlation. I don't get that. I do not get that. It's complete manipulation of what the term was initially used for. I also think it makes people look soft for using that term. It's like, come on. Like, the whole left-wing, right-wing paradigm is stupid enough as it is. Do you know what I mean? We're just fighting against each other. We should only care about up and down, not left or right. Do you know what I mean? It's complete nonsense. Look at this. So one that doesn't care about likes or selfies or being woke and decides to disconnect from the web, dress like crap on purpose and are intentionally unwoke could very well be the next culture shift. You see, this is where it becomes just nonsense, because what do you mean dress like crap on purpose? So it's a facade. There's no organic value. There's no... When it comes to art, in my personal opinion, especially if you watch a real artist develop over time, what happens is the artist becomes more honest to oneself. It's less about appealing to others. It's more so about being true to one's spirit. And naturally they appeal to a broader market as they succeed, or at least they make an art form that connects better to other human beings, because we all share that depth of, you know, emotional value within oneself. Whereas when we first start, we might try shroud that, we might try to put a mask on or a persona and be someone we're not. Do you know? So I think the most organic degree of art is one that is incredibly honest, and that honesty is admirable. It frightens some people, it stirs envy in some people, stirs jealousy in some people, as they see that artist and that art form as a mirror to who they wish they were but aren't. As that mirror shows what they are repressing in themselves that they don't like about themselves, so they project that hate onto the art form or the artist and create this emotional fanaticism. Hate it or love it, the bottom line is that person is paying attention to the artist. They're a fan. An old friend of mine, by the way, if you've only just come across this, an old friend of mine used to be, if not still is, the gardener for Robert Plant, and Robert Plant gave him a Les Paul guitar. Bet you didn't know that. Bing bong. Good outro. Really good outro. Good utilization of the microphones. You don't see that often, do you? With that being said, though, it was a bit of a bland number. It wasn't my favourite Alice in Chains number, you know. It was hypnotic in a sense, but I want a bit more. Give me a melody. Give me a melody. We got Over now, coming up next.